Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once more to Sibwoga TV, which is actually your number one online political channel. Today, I just want to start by actually asking you a very simple question. Who do you think among the following political individuals can actually influence and unseat President William Samoei Ruto? Is it Raila Amolo Odinga? Is it Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Is it Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Is it Rigathi Gachagua? Who do you think among the four? Or we can even add Musalia so that they can be five. So who among those five political leaders do you think can influence and be able to unseat President William Samoei Ruto? That is the simple question which actually we want to look into. But before we dive in and try to dissect all that, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like. Share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, please request them for me to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to my YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you abundantly, because you always give me the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And lastly, whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, always remember to smash the bell button, because by smashing the bell button, you give YouTube a leeway so that it can notify you whenever we come up with any political content. Now, let us go to the discussion of the day. Who among these five leaders actually can unseat President William Samoei Ruto? Is it Musalia? Is it Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Is it Raila Amolo Odinga? Is it Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Or is it Rigathi Gachagua, who is the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya? Who do you think? In my own understanding, I have tried to do an analysis about all those individuals, but I have ended up coming up with only one individual who can unseat President William Samoei Ruto. And this man is politically Ruto. He is not a man to joke with. He is a man who can take on President William Samoei Ruto mercilessly, and he can unseat President William Samoei Ruto. And therefore, President William Samoei Ruto should be very careful how to deal with this man. And the man I'm talking about is not other than Rigathi Gachagua. I am saying that Rigathi Gachagua is the only man who can shake William Samoei Ruto from power. Because as you know, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, they tried with the deep state, but they failed terribly. And if it is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, you know the politics of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. It's quite soft. And remember, William Samuel Ruto is quite aggressive. He is a person who knows what he wants. And therefore, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka cannot be cross to unseat President William Samuel Ruto. And also, if you look at Musalia Madividi man, you can actually say that Madividi cannot even come close because William Samuel Ruto cannot even blink if the man who will be brought to him is Madividi. And that's why I end up with only one man who can unseat President William Samuel Ruto. And that man, I have said, is not other than Rigathi Gachagua, the man who has been nicknamed Rig G. Rig G is a man. Why am I saying that Rig G is the only man who can unseat President William Samuel Ruto? There are actually several factors which indicates that if Rig G means it and goes for presidency, let come 2027, hey, then things will be so bad for William Samuel Ruto, because William Samuel Ruto will be definitely a one-term president. Remember the votes from the mountain and the person who influenced that. It is Rig G and probably Moses Kuria. But Rig G is the big name here because Rig G is not a small man. Rig G is not a person you can push at. You saw what happened with Ndindi Nyoro. Some few people tried to say that Ndindi Nyoro can actually take the mantle of Mount Kenya from Rig G. But when Rig G went the race, then Ndindi Nyoro was nowhere to be seen. That means this man Rig G hold the mountain in his hand. And that means that if William Samuel Ruto could depart with Rig G and Rig G decides to go for presidency, let come 2027, it means Rig G is going to get 100% of the votes from Mount Kenya. And if we cannot say 100%, he can get up to 80% of Mount Kenya votes. And because of that factor of Rig G getting that 80% of the vote, where do you think can William Samuel Ruto go to get that percentage from the mountain? Because remember, they could not be President William Samuel Ruto without the mountain. But the mountain made a person we call President William Samuel Ruto by the courtesy of Rigathi Gachagua. Because as you remember, when we were approaching 2022 presidential election, it was Rig G who was everywhere to talk about President William Samuel Ruto without fear and favor. He is the man who went on to kick the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta from the mountain, from being the kingpin of the mountain. And that means this man called Rigathi is quite influential. So if Rigathi was to take on President William Samoei Ruto, then I can say for sure that Rigathi will make President William Samoei Ruto to be a one-term president. Let us say President William Samoei Ruto can say that he wants to go to the west or the western region of Kenya. Do you think Moses Masika and Musalia Mudavadi could bring enough votes which will balance the votes which will be out of President William Samoei Ruto from the mountain? I don't think so. And that makes me to feel that Rigathi is the only man. And because of the tribal nature of this nation, this makes Rigathi to be quite Ruto and makes Rigathi to be the man who can unseat President William Samoei Ruto within no minute. So if Rigathi will say 2027 I'm going for presidency, then we will forget about Ruto presidency, because it will be definitely that the votes that President William Samoei Ruto got from the mountain, they will vanish into thin air, and Rigathi will be the big boss to have those votes. There is also another factor which will help Rigathi to unseat President William Samoei Ruto. The factor of Rigathi being so aggressive, the factor of Rigathi being very good in networking. Remember, Rigathi used to be an administrator. That means within Mount Kenya, Rigathi has a proper networking. And that's why of recent, you will find that many politicians within Mount Kenya, those who are in the government and those who were dropped out of the government when the former President Uhuru Kenyatta was defeated by William Samoei Ruto. So all those individuals, they are now behind Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua has gone and has mobilized to hold all those people. And now Rigathi is a man who can push anything. At the same time, there is this factor which I believe is true. Rigathi is quite rich. Rigathi has been the assistant of the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. He has been an administrator, and all along Rigathi has accumulated enough wealth, because also Rigathi is a person who is a businessman. And because of many rich people from the mountain, I think they are tired of William Samoei Ruto presidency. So if Rigathi could say, I want to be the president of the Republic of Kenya, I want to go for presidency, let come 2027. Therefore, finance will not be the issue, because he himself is rich. He can finance his campaign. The people from the mountain, the rich people from the mountain who are tired with President William Samoei Ruto, could actually give a hand of finance to Rigathi. And that means Rigathi will use the finances very well. You can say that, why could Uhuru Kenyatta not use the finances? Because he is richer or wealthy than Rigathi. But there is a difference between the former president, and Rigathi, the deputy president. Rigathi, I feel, is a person who knows to use the coin, the finance, more than the former president. And therefore, Rigathi can use the finances to bring down William Samoei Ruto. So that's another factor which makes Rigathi to be the only person who actually can unseat President William Samoei Ruto. I really don't know your take about all this. Do you have the same feeling as I that the only person who can unseat President William Samoei Ruto if he decides from presidency is Rigathi Gachagua? Because Rigathi Gachagua, people look at him and say, but that man is quite little. Politically, very little. When he speaks with people, he is able to make people even to cry. Because he is able to touch the souls of the people. And that is why I say Rigathi Gachagua is the person, if he decides, he can make President William Samoei Ruto to be a one-term president. And my advice to President William Samoei Ruto is that if you want to take second term easily, leave alone Ndindi Nyoro, leave alone Musalia Mudavadi, but be in good term with Rigathi, then you will have your second term presidency with easy. What is your take about all that? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, this is a YouTube channel where we dissect politics which you cannot find anywhere but only in Sibuoga TV. And that means, please subscribe, touch the notification bell, give this video thumbs up, share the video to your friends, and if possible, request your friend to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye.